last three. I guess this is
Sometimes
number
you're on
four.
the Zoom.
Me, not so much. I'm not such a
Sometimes you
good.
see
I'm
the
not. I'm
Zoom.
not so good. It's he's good at what he does.
Where are you going to be Pesach?
Chicago.
Wow.
$2.
When are you going? When are you flying?
Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Okay, Rabbi Isai.
Yesterday, my granddaughter got engaged.
Oh, Mazal Tov. I didn't know.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Mazel Tov.
Could see Skupa and Torah, Masim Tudim, and Mashiach.
Amen. My older son, with a twin daughter, one got married this year, and now one got
Mamish Simcha. Wow.
nice guy.
Wow.
AJ nice guy.
Yeah, they made all the Chaim already.
Kind of made about a month.
What do they call it that it's Chaim?
Oh, fire. Let's get together. But
They don't say
his
L'chaim?
brother's hard.
You got the Pesach haircut already? You did it early though.
The Chodesh.
Oh, you did it on Rosh Chodesh?
Nah, around. Okay, Rabbi Isai at Lenin.
Oh, you did it before Rosh Chodesh because you don't want to do it before Rosh Chodesh. Minchas problems.
You want a book?
Yeah. Take it. This one? The same one?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Rabbi Isai.
This is the Shulchan Aruch Harav?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a look. I'd like to take a look at drinking between the cups.
Do you know where we are? Can you find me?
Yes, the page in this sefer that we're using is Shin Ayin Hey. Shin Ayin Hey.
That's towards the end or beginning?
Towards the end.
Ayin Hey. Oh, thank you, Chef.
Shin Ayin Hey.
Yud Aleph?
Sif Yud.
Okay. Thank you, Chef.
Achar kois rishon, lo yivarech brach achrayna. You finished your first cup of the Seder, you don't make a brach achrayna. Why not? Afilo shasa revius v'yais, even if you drank a revius and more than a revius. Bein shu yayin, whether you drank, whether your kiddush was on wine, or whether you didn't have wine, and you drank shar mashkin, obviously not chametz, sheim chamara medina. Whatever is considered chamara medina. It's part of the suda. When you make kiddush, every meal when you make kiddush, you don't make a bracha achrein in the kiddush on Shabbos, even though you drank it before the meal even started. You don't make a bracha achreina. By the way, normally when you eat before a suda and then you wash, you have to make a bracha achreina and before you wash.
According to Mishnah Berurah or Shulchan Aruch?
I don't think there's a machlekes about it.
Okay.
When you were right before a meal, you ate something. Then you said, you know what? I want to wash now and have a home. You have to bench and then you wash.
You mean bracha achrona?
Yeah, make a bracha achrein. So over here, we don't make a bracha achrein in kiddush because it's for the suda. The kiddush you make for the suda. And if
you had in mind to go,
you had an appetizer.
You had in mind.
You had an appetizer. You don't make a bracha in an appetizer. It's for the meal.
Correct.
It's for the meal.
That's what I'm saying. You're getting hungry. Unless you didn't have in mind, then it's. If you had it.
Why do we make another? Why do we make another bracha on the second course? The Sfardim don't. We do. The Sfardim don't.
Right. We do because each one is a separate mitzvah, separate kviyas.
But the second course is really for the Suda, before the Suda.
Right? But the first case, the Kiddush, is for the Suda. That's for the Kiddush, we have a separate reason. The Kiddush is for the Suda. That reason applies a whole year long, every Shabbos and Yontif. When you make Kiddush, you don't make a bracha krain afterwards because it's considered mitzar chasuda. It's Kiddush amakim, Suda chasuda. Now we're going to soon see another reason that will help us for the other cases. Okay? The Shem Tfeilim the Suda, they're secondary to the Suda. V'niftarim b'birchas hamazon shalach el Suda. V'shes bar b'sim kufayin dal kufayin zayin. V'oid another reason shunif the bracha sheyivarach ha'kaisavi. You're gonna make an ala gefen at the ending of the whole entire seder. You're gonna make an ala gefen that will cover you for all 4 cups. This reason will help you for the other cases. Rabbi Davis, the other cases are not tzarchei hasuda. Kiddush is tzarchei hasuda. This is because not for the suda. It's because you have a chiyuv to drink the ala kaisis, but it's not a chiyuv for the suda. So the answer for those cases are going to be you're making a bracha achreina anyways in the ending ala gefen. The problem over here is that it's a very long time later. You make kiddush, you have your first cup, second cup. By the time you get to your fourth cup, you make your bracha achreina. It's 2-3 hours later. Who knows how much later? How is that bracha achreina going to help?
Big hefzer.
Right. It's actually not supposed to be shoysa. It's supposed to be shoshoya, not a safa. Hey, shoshoya habitayim in bekat kolum. Even though you're taking a long time till the final bracha achreina, it's okay. Shekol's man shums akal b'meyav yachal levarach ala bracha achreina shizbar b'simin kupei dal. Chol's man shatz tamucha psucha lechol enemis akal. As long as your stomach did not digest the food, you can still make a bracha achreina.
Do we have a time for that? Roughly?
How much are you eating?
In general, we say it's actually no time frame to that. If you don't know, so then we say 72 minutes.
72.
Yeah.
For,
Don't know.
for
If you're
wine,
not,
for wine and for bread and all those things. But let's say you sit down, you take your mind off of it, and
would like to take a kuf pedal and take a look.
No, what are you doing? You're just having wine and you have
Saying that-
puffs. That's it.
Sometimes people have a very long meal.
You're having all the other
Sometimes people have a very long meal.
After any of them.
You could have
You're
some.
relying on the bracha achreina you're going to make a few hours later.
The second kais is at least an hour and a half later. It's more than 72 minutes. Correct?
Depends which family, which
Okay.
outfit, you know.
It's one different.
Which seder.
But you're having it in mind that it's a long evening also. So having it in mind, does that extend it at all?
Yeah, but don't you have to go wait for 72 minutes? Halakha?
The din is if you're not thirsty. There's a lot of ants here. I don't know if
So get in.
someone needs to come and get warm. When it gets warm,
Oh, she was yet to do
You
it.
just put the traps in the corners and they eat them and they go bye-bye.
so
And vinegar.
yeah, I'm looking up the halacha. We actually learned this earlier this year, but to remind ourselves in Kuf Peidal and Hilchas Birchas Hamazon, we learned in Siv Gimel that like your question you're asking, Sai b'negei bread, Sai regarding drinking and fruits, as long as you are not yet thirsty or hungry for those fruits or drinks, you could still make a bracha achreina.
Okay.
Okay?
What are you saying? Are you saying negative or positive?
Two things. Either you decide you know when your digestive system works, when you digested all these drinks, the wine and everything, or if you still don't feel thirsty for more drinks, then you could still make a bracha achreina. When do we say that you lost your opportunity to make the bracha achreina?
You're not thirsty anymore.
No. When you are thirsty,
When you become thirsty.
now it means that the original drinking that you drank is gone.
It's because it's out of the system.
It's out of your system. It's finished. Totally digested. You're too late. You ate a meal. As long as you are still hungry, as long as you are not hungry, you can make bracha achreina. When you feel that now you're hungry, now you can't make a bracha achreina on that meal anymore.
I think typical say that people are hungry come the second first before you do the matzah and mara.
Over here, the Alter Rebbe says that as long as you are still, since you still you're satisfied and you don't feel the need to drink more, you can rely on the Bayer Piaga, the Ala Geffen that you're going to say all the way at the end.
Does it stem?
Now, Yud Aleph, what about drinking in between? I finished my first cup. You want to drink? You allowed to drink? Sif Yud Aleph. Im roitz delicious kama koisis, bein miyad lach a kiddush, bein be'emtza hagoda, koidim shehizchel birchas asher galon. Now we're talking you want to drink more wine. Okay, we're going to discuss other drinks soon. If you want to drink more wine after your first cup, you think in your mind after my drink, I want to drink more cups. You can drink more wine, plenty of wine. Whether in the middle of your Haggadah you want to take a cup and say L'chaim, whatever you want to drink more. As long as you didn't start the bracha asher galano at the end, in the middle of a bracha, you can't eat and drink. Harishus biyadei meikar hadin. Meikar hadin is no problem. Va'afa became still no roi. It's appropriate lizar to be cautious. Shalilishtis yayin. Don't stay away from wine. V'loy shum mashka mashaker or any other alcoholic beverage. Koyin v'sim agada. V'shasa keisheni and loy l'tzarich harbe shlo yishtaker v'yimne mikis agada. We're worried if you're going to drink alcoholic beverages, you're not going to say the agada. So wait till you finish the agada. After you drink your second cup, drink all you want alcoholic beverages. You finish the main part of the evening. But we're worried before that, before the second cup, you should drink. Better not to. Roy, not to make it than you're allowed. You don't have to be moicha, someone does, but Roy, not to. But other drinks that are not, you want to drink water, not a problem. You can drink water. The second cup, your chalishis yayin, hey rav, the hey ma'at, filu koidem as-soda, even before the soda.
And the fridge.
You know?
Yeah. Now I want to jump to Sifyud base. Kol zeh kushabingin shin tzarech chavare beili piragav on a masha reitzalishtis. When are you allowed me'ika hadin to drink wine in between the first and the second cup? Right? Or after the second cup is only when you had in mind that you're going to drink more. But if you didn't have in mind that you're going to drink more wine, you have a problem over here. Even though me'ikar din, you're allowed to drink the wine, but you're going to have to now make a bayir piyagaf on it because you did not think you were going to drink more. After Kiddush, normally people don't go grab another cup of wine. So unless you're alcoholic, the alcoholics come to the Sadarim also. Every year it comes, right? So we hope
Grape juice.
grape juice, right? But they're going for the wine. So the after the first cup, we're not going for a second cup. We barely can handle the 4 cups. So if the person wants to drink another cup and they didn't have in mind before, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have to make a bracha bayir piyagafen. What's the problem? So drink and make a bayir piyagafen. It's a beautiful thing. Give bracha to Hashem. The problem is you're only supposed to have 4 cups tonight. When you make a bayir piyagafen on another cup, it seems like you're adding a 5th cup and then a 6th cup and a 7th. You're adding. Chazal said 4 cups. Keneged ve'itzeisi v'itzalti v'ga'alti v'lakachti and pashas ve'ira. So if you want to drink wine, and it's okay, but as long as it's in a manner that you're not going to have to say a bayir piyagafen on it. Because if you don't say a bracha on it, it doesn't seem like it's one of the halakhos. So you have to have in mind.
In the middle of the Shulchan Aruch, in the middle of the Suda, you don't have to think of making the bracha. So might be correct.
No, it's not correct. I'm sorry, but it's correct. It's covered with the koit, your second cup. It's covered with your second cup right before the meal, because hamaitzi doesn't cover bayir piyagafen. And right, if you're in a meal during the week, right? Let's say middle shalosh shuddis or middle of the week, and you want to drink some wine during the meal, you have to make a bayir piyagafen. Only by, or like Sudas Mashiach, and the Chabad shuls, they're going to drink wine in the middle of the meal. They have to make a bayir piyagafen. Not an alagefim, because that will be covered by the bracha training. But because wine is a chashuv drink, has its own bracha, it's not potter nifter with the brichas hamayit. But when you make kiddush before a Shabbos when you the meal, the kiddush covers you for all the wine you're going to drink during the meal. Because a lot of times people do say l'chaim during the meal. They like to drink wine during the meal. So it covers you. So your second cup that you're having right before Moitzi Matzah, at the ending of Haggadah, we all drink a second cup. That second cup, which is right before HaMoitzi, that covers you for any wine, that bayir piyagafen you're going to drink during the meal. Because usually people do like to drink some grape juice or wine during the meal. So even though you didn't have in kavanah in mind, it's there inherent. That's what he says over here. Sifyud base calls. When are you allowed to drink wine? Me'ikar hadin, even though roy not to, so you shouldn't get shikar. But me'ikar hadin, when are you allowed to? Calls because should be shouldn't sell the bayir piyagafen masharaysi lishtis. It's only in a manner that you're not going to have to make a bayir piyagafen. Kigoyin shebeshah shebeirach hakoyis sheni. Pedaite, this is oidiayin achakach b'toich hasuda, oy koidem hasuda, is when you made a bracha on the first cup. The second cup, you had in mind to drink more wine afterwards, during the soda, before the soda. You changed your mind, and I want to drink more koidem hasuda. Like the minig in these countries in Ashkenaz that you make up by a prayer gafen. Dalakoises, how they is a nidik seems like you're adding to the meaning of
They
dalakoises.
don't know that.
Huh?
The Ashkenaz Rabbanim, they let them make a bracha on each one of the cups. They don't know that. That's like you adding. Like we know, like that knows.
No, that's if you add another cup. Before you say by a prayer gafen. But
Okay.
you want to go and now take another cup, and you're going to have to make a bay pregaf on it. Now it seems like the
When is
Sfardim
the
don't have this
problem?
problem.
When is the problem for extra wine?
Sfardim don't have
First,
this
second,
problem.
third, or fourth cup? When would be problematic to have extra?
The Ashkenazim go with a mahalach that since each kois is a cherus and a mitzvah for itself, or has a different represents something else every
Okay.
kois.
Okay.
Therefore, they cannot be combined one with another to be that
Yes.
one bracha will cover both. It's like a separate drinking. It has a different chiyuv to it, and one bracha is not going to cover the second.
So practically speaking, drink the 4 cups and then have whatever you want after. Is that what we're saying? If someone likes wine, or practically speaking, what do you practically suggest?
If you want to drink more wine between the first
Yeah.
second cup,
Second,
have in
third.
mind. Have in mind when you're
Okay.
making kiddush. Before kiddush, you say, guys, we might have some drinks over here in the middle of Haggadah. Want to take some sips and cheers and l'chaim. Have in mind. As long as you had in kavanah, it doesn't have to be an intense kavanah, but as long as you just add somewhere in subconscious in your mind, or you know that I am the type that drinks it, I usually drink then it's okay because you're not going to have to make a bay prayer gafen there.
How many bread pregafins do we say in total?
4
Ah,
cups.
so
We don't
you-
want to say any other bay prayer gafens tonight because it looks like now you're adding another cup tonight. We don't want you to add another cup. The Svardim, it's interesting because they don't make bay prayer gafen.
No.
So therefore, for
Okay,
them,
do you guys do?
Only the first one. It's a little bit.
Why are we not
Because-
following that? Why do we have to
Well,
do 4?
because
what
Oh, because they're saying it's
The
one
third
blessing.
one. The first is the
Separate
third.
ones?
yeah,
You're not
yeah,
gonna-
they're having 4 cups. They're doing one bracha per
One bracha.
after
all the-
benching, there's literally one prayer
So it's good to
gafen
go
we make because it's
That's
a
the
mitzvah.
Sephardi
that
rabbi
we
told me
pray
Chabad is good.
after benching.
He said either Sephardi or Chabad. That's what he
Yeah,
told
but
me.
Chabad follow with the Sfard.
That's what I'm saying.
Chabad in some areas follow Svardim, in some areas
Almost.
follow Ashkenaz. So we're
On the
sort of like
Haftarot,
ambidextrous,
in
you know.
between.
Who came up with this 4 blessing thing? Who was who started it?
Rishonim bring this up.
Okay.
Early Rishonim.
Oh, okay.
We know we're supposed to have.
This
4
is the
cups.
discussion in Rishonim. A lot of Svardi and Ashkenazi differences date back early. They go back early, not to already the Rambam and to Spain and Germany, to different countries where there was different Rabbanim there, different Paiskim. We don't have a Sanhedrin, so the Paiskim in Spain were pasking in Spain, and there was no Zoom call over there to see how we're going to keep Klal Yisrael all together, and they were not mechuyev to stay together. Every Rav and every Paisik was able to say. So in Spain, the Rambam said this, and Rabbi Yosef Cairo said this in Egypt, and everyone there Mekoimis. And Ashkenaz, we had
Rabbeinu Gershon.
and we had the Ashkenazi Rishonim, and that's where
What the Rambam saying about the capsule wine? What do you ask?
they make a joke that the Ashkenazim, they think that the Rambam, they forget that Rambam was Sfardi.
Fine.
They're learning Rambam, they love the Rambam, but they think, Ashkenaz. So they say this Ashkenazi, the Shashiva, he came Lamaila, and he came and he said he has a lot of different difficult pshat in the Rambam. So he said, okay, so the Rambam will come, I'll answer your questions. The Rambam comes and tells him pshat. He says, whoa, wait a minute. What did the Sfardim understand in the Rambam?
What do you say?
They think he's Ashkenazi. They have to let them know he's Sfardi.
No, he's not.
What are you saying about the four courses?
Machlokes, whether or not you make Bayer per Gafen on all of each one or
Yeah,
just on
just
the
one.
first one. Ashkenazim make on each one, saying that in this area Chabad following the Ashkenazim. Okay, because it's not anything of Kabbalah. Usually, when it's something to do with Kabbalah, then a lot of times we won't go like the Ashkenazim
That will not be not to drink any wine,
in the middle. Yeah,
but from the
to make l'chaim on it.
wine, and if you drink, you will drink water, but not wine. Like in the meal, some people drink, not to drink wine.
Yeah. You don't want to.
Oh, maybe not in the middle between the first and second, but with the Suda, he drank wine. I heard from Yael he drank wine in
Sometimes
between the fish
right.
and the meat, but he did not say l'chaim on it.
Exactly.
I don't know about later years, but he told me that in the early
Dafka.
he told me the story in the early years that at the Rebbe's table, Reb Shmuel Levitin, who was a older Rav
You realize
and a mashpia by the Frierdiker Rebbe already, and he was like the Rav and Beis Rav. He noticed something interesting that at the Seder night, the Rebbe had a minhag every Yom Tif. The meals were public; they were upstairs in as long as his mother-in-law was alive. His father-in-law is the Rebbetzin. He always she made the meals for the children and the Chassidim. So the meals were upstairs in the second floor in 770. That was their apartment, the second.
How many people were there?
She would invite like her two daughters. You know, her other daughter was killed and son-in-law in the war, but her two daughters and son-in-laws, the Rebbe and the Rashag, and would come there. And she invited 10 Chassidim, older Chassidim. Some of them didn't have a place to eat, maybe, or they would come around the table, and then the women would eat in the kitchen. And every Yom Tov meal she had by day and by night until she was nifter. This went on for 20 years after the previous Rebbe passed away. She held the meal, and Chassidim who wanted to would be until that time would be able to come after they finished the meal, come and stand on the side and to watch if they want to and hear discussions that were going on by the meal.
Upstairs in 770?
Yeah, up to the second floor. So there was Reb Shmuel Levitin noticed that every Yom Tov, nothing to do with Pesach. Every Yom Tov, the Rebbe would drink between the fish and the wine to separate between the fish and the meat. I mean,
Fish.
you're not supposed to eat fish and meat one after another.
So what do you do?
He would drink wine and say l'chaim to everyone.
Oh.
He would take a look from his becher, l'chaim, and drink in between to be mafsik. So he saw by the Seder night, he drank in between, but he didn't wish anyone l'chaim. So he thought it was a little strange. The Rebbe always did this. He wished everyone.
The previous Rebbe.
No, the Rebbe himself.
Oh.
And he noticed he was already by the previous Rebbe, this person. He noted then that by the Pesach day, for the day meal, he saw that he did this. He did pick it up, and he did say l'chaim. So now he is saying l'chaim. Okay, maybe he picked it up. He did. Maybe he didn't. But then the second Seder, again, he's not saying l'chaim. He's drinking in between the. Now he realized something is there's some Seder there. So he asked the Rebbe, what's happening? The Rebbe explained to him that since you're not supposed to add to any of the 4 cups of wine. When I say l'chaim on a cup of wine by the meal, I'm giving like a chashivas to the cup. You shouldn't give I don't want to give any other chashivas to any other cup besides for the daled koises. So you shouldn't seem like you're adding to the daled koises.
He's differentiating the l'chaim.
He didn't want to say l'chaim in the evenings.
He didn't.
The 2 sedarim in the night. The day meals, there's no daled koises. So he did say, pick up the cup. He drank the wine, but he didn't want to say l'chaim on it. Because he didn't want to give like we're learning over here. Here we're discussing saying a Bari Priya Gafen on it. You're not allowed to drink wine if you have to say a Bari Priya Gafen on it. If you had a mind, so I don't need to say a Bari Priya Gafen, you're allowed to drink. You didn't have a mind, you can't because you're going to say a Bari Priya Gafen, you're giving, it looks as if you're adding another cup. You're not really, but it looks as if you're adding.
So you would have like 4.5
Chazal
cups.
did not want you to add.
You'd have 4.5 or 5.
Yeah.
The l'chaim.
The Rebbe's chiddush over here was a hiddur, was not a Bari Priya Gafen. So really, technically, a Pialacha, there was no problem what the Rebbe was doing. But he even wouldn't want to even say l'chaim on it. I'm not giving any chashivas to any kind.
How is this cup?
I don't know what
Big?
lady even said up Yael told me, huh?
His cup was big or small?
I don't know.
What about water? Why couldn't he drink water?
His cup by the Rebbe.
big.
Big, and he finished the whole thing?
in one shot.
Like an Eliyahu cut, like a 150, like the hot.
Oh, that's a big turn.
Oh, less than time.
Nice.
750 or something.
But he was sick in the end.
Why can't you add some water? Water is no good.
You don't have to have big cups. We spoke in previous times. Kedai to take small cups.
So drink the whole cup.
Drink
Better small one than
better small cup to drink the whole cup than to take like a big cup and take a little
They
sip.
cannot
That's-
finish, yeah.
Yeah, I want a small
People
cup.
should buy cup, but obviously not plastic cup like that.
They have nice silver
But
cups.
buy a cup, yeah, little cups. They have in the stores,
Yeah,
cheap
yeah.
ones you can get. For the children, you could
I
also
think
get
If I'm
little
gonna be a guest
cups.
somewhere, should I bring my own or I should ask the host if I can ahead of time, or what should I do?
You can come with your own becher. If you have a becher that you feel comfortable with, I would bring it. It's okay. It's very common. People will go to someone's house.
I watch
Sometimes,
it from-
sometimes you'll bring. Some people will bring their
Hot
own
water.
wine bottle that they're comfortable with. You don't know they're gonna have the host is gonna have a wine you're comfortable with. You bring a wine with you,
Oh,
and it's nice. You don't have to throw every matriach on them if but it's if you're not sure, they're gonna have what you want. Some people come with their own matzah. They're not sure they're gonna have the matzah I like. Is it gonna be cardboard? What's it gonna taste like? So they want to bring their own
It's gonna taste like the matzah shop with the cat.
with the kashering, no? Kashering.
He bought, yeah. He bought his glass.
He bought his glass from a whole year.
Because
Cashed it. Yeah.
the Minhagim brought it down.
No, the other Yes, and like I said, I can't start the station. No comments.
He said that,
Which bring?
but he boiled it. I'm sure he knew what he was doing.
Matter.
But he used glass, I think.
So many.
Minhagim is in a different level.
Oh,
Wow, so the fourth closeness, like hopping it out and so from this we learn it's better to get a new cup. Is that what we learned?
Very much.
She gets a silver, like a cheaper one.
The opposite.
It's not even
Basically,
full
supposed to have
size.
a nice scaling on the taste.
Oh, so I should spend 100.
It's
not
exactly.
It's two
Ah.
thirds.
What do you mean?
It's covered.
Most matzah I bought, it's 3 pieces of comparable size.
Now, so I want to make it clear. We're gonna go to Sif Yudal. I want to get clear. Halacha l'maisa, Rabbi say there is no problem at all. You are allowed. The same thing about wine is regarding Chamar Medina. Any wine which is considered Chamar Medina, which even if you're making Kiddush on wine, but that drink is Chamar Medina, if you're going to have to make a brach on it, it's problematic to drink it because it's Nira Kamoisa Mina Koises, because Chamar Medina is also eligible. You're allowed to make on it. Even Chamar Medina is a problem. Even if you're not using Chamar Medina, but you're not allowed to drink in between Chamar Medina, if you're going to have to make a bracha. Now, by the way, you want to drink water, you want to drink seltzer, you want to drink juice, whatever drinks you drink Pesach, and that's not Chamar Medina. Water, seltzer, drink juice, not Chamar Medina. So you want to drink this. There's no problem drinking it. If you are thirsty in the middle of it's not that if people don't usually do it, but it's if you need to drink, you can drink during the first.
There's the concept of if you have a wine on the table and then somebody bring a better wine, make another broth on the second wine. What happened basically, like, let's say,
The minig Tatoiv Ameitiv is not tradition. Most people do not make Tatoiv Ameitiv. There are some people that make, but there's no. There's hundreds of answers.
Yeah.
But the Tatoiv Ameitiv,
it's better.
some people make, but most people don't make Tatoiv Ameitiv.
It should make the same wine over cups.
Just ordered it.
You're gonna get into a Shiloh Tatoiv Ameitiv.
There's
Why, during the year or on your Pesach? Talking about.
A whole year, same thing.
Why, so I make Shubak. We make.
It's hard to make.
Rabbi Mirza
Huh?
makes a Torah too. Rabbi Mirza, he makes it sometimes. He brings a better one.
Oh, I've seen it happen.
Yeah?
What's considered a better wine?
It's already enough confusion for that night. Like it's already like enough things to keep track.
It's like a red wine.
You know what I'm saying? Like
considered important.
just adding another thing.
Say the story that there was there were two paupers, two aniyim, two poor people. One was a yid, one was a guy. They were friends. They used to collect together. So the yid told the guy, tonight's gonna be Pesach, Jewish holiday, and there's an unbelievable meal served. If you want, you can also. How can I come? He says, you come with me. I'll show you how we do it. We go to the shul, yeah, for the yarmulke, of course, come to the shul. and we stand near the door, after davening, and people will invite us. You'll get invited, I'll get invited, We'll get invited out. It's a fabulous meal. You don't know what the Jews they put out. Fabulous. The meat and the chicken and the soup and the fish. Unbelievable. It's a beautiful meal. It says, and it's silver and everything, and it's beautiful. Okay, excellent. He's looking forward. He gets the shona after davening. They both wait, and they each get invited to different houses. Anyways, the guy comes to the meal, sits down to the meal. Okay, they give him a cup of wine. This is a great way to start a meal. Cup of wine, beautiful. Jews, they know how to do it. But right after the meal, they start giving him, onion, salt water. This is very strange appetizer. Then they then they
Less than
Exaias.
then they pass out books. They're passing out books, and everyone start reading from the books. And everyone's going around and taking turns and reading and chanting.
And he's hungry.
And this is what's going on over here. They told me there's going to be a meal.
Finger.
And it's going, the time is going. And he said, this guy tricked me, my friend. He played such a game on me. And this is mamish as it's going along. Okay. Finally, they're getting up. You see, they drink another cup of wine. Okay. Wine. Good. And now they're getting to wash their hands. Okay. You wash your hands as a meal. Wash your hands before you meal. They serve the meal. They sit down, this hard, dry cracker, mamish breaking his teeth on it, And then maybe there's something afterwards. And they give him some salad, there's lettuce over here and stuff, and his mother said, "Oy vey, mamish, he's so upset. Okay, I'll wait a little bit more." They tell him now you have to have the matzah, the cracker with the mother together. So he stood up and he ran out. So the next day he meets his friend and he says he tricked me, lied to me, cheated me. He said, you would have waited one more minute.
1 more minute.
You would have waited another minute. Yeah, it's a night full of rituals and customs and Minhagim and Mitzvah Hashem. It should be a nice night and keep all the mitzvahs. So Rabbi say, let's take a look at Sif Yudalad. Taka will discuss the karpas now. You have to take some vegetables and dip it in. Sticking into the charaisas. Excuse me. The children should ask about this. Shamidas Haggadah mitzvah la'oimra derech tshuva al shai elois sheshalu shenema yishol chabincha v'mar tevin chavadam ayinu. So it should be like a shaila. The kivon shachila zu, and since this achila ain't latmiat anoikis, ain't sarich kazayis. You don't need to eat a kazayis. Kishar achila shabatoida. Shenekras achila pachas mikazayis. Afilo v'mashu dai latmiat anoikis. That mishiyoshi chidim when someone is sitting by himself for the seder, or ve'ein lefanav tinekis, there's no children around. Sheyish shalois who are going to ask questions. Afa became chay b'tibul zeh. Chacham did not make a differentiation. We always do karpas.
Next week and this time, we're in the middle of Seder.
That's right.
Not sure.
There's no come to eat at a Sephardic house, right? Just don't eat the rice, right?
Monday night.
Ask them what they put kidneys in. Whatever the foods they put kidneys in.
Okay.
As long as you stay away from the kidneys.
Silly Kodesh.
How much?
Again, we have 10.
Yeah, you're number 10.
We're not ready for that. We need
Sam
halakha.
Zayin, one more halacha.
One more halacha, yeah.
Kaparay, one more halacha. B'noyagin, laksar achayorak. Anika karpas. I don't know what this word is. Beloshan Ashkenaz. Ipich. Fish and the trikon. Samach perach. Karpas is the word samach perach. Kilam is samach riboy of the vedis perach. 600,000 work. Strenuous work, back-breaking work. Mitzrayim. The aim like that's why it's called karpas. And aim like karpas. Yikach yarak acher me'ezim in yarak.
Oh, it's backwards.
Take any other.
What do you mean?
Kind of. Karpas.
Backwards is samach perach. Samach stands for 60 times 10,000,
Right.
which is 600,000. Perech means working hard. 600,000
means-
people.
What does it mean? It means lettuce or bitter herbs?
Karpas means Samach Perech. You read it backwards. The Samach stands for 60. 60 times 10,000, 600,000. Perech means working hard labor. 600,000 did hard labor in Mitzrayim.
Oh.
Vashi, Irakis, Yates, Mide, Chivis, Mother, Shemichel, Ach, Shemehen, Eich, Yas, Barak, Kitsu, Sheksham, Tisvan, Tilas, Mother, Shepar, Achman, Koyin, Lechein. Yulamaisa, we don't take mutter, any vegetable, as long as not mutter. That's why you have some people take the potato. They don't like the onions, they take the potato.
Carrots also?
Some people take carrots, I think. Celery. There's various minhagim, and everyone should stick
what
to
is
their
Chabad do?
minhag and their custom. Chabad, they do the onion, and the women like to take potatoes.
Okay.
The men take the onions.
Let's look aside.
Rabbi, about 25 years ago, I had about 50 people in my
Go
Seder.
ahead.
I had about 50 people in my Seder.
You sure?
My wife's friend, father,
You wanna?
nursing home, 95 years old.
Yeah.
So she asked him if he can go up to the Seder. So he came with his nurse.
Yeah.
And we're doing the Seder. He's 95 years old. And I said, today, Manishtana, we start with the oldest, not with the youngest. And he stood up and said Manishtana. And he said, for 60 years, I didn't say Manishtana.
Wow.
Not religious. You have to see 40, 50 people with all with tears, crying. It's unbelievable. He said, for 60 years, I didn't make Seder. And he remembered the word, Manishtana, Halayla.
Wow.
Year later, he was
Yeah.
Nifta.
Right.
So the rabbi that makes the thing, he said, he makes tshuva in the Azar table. Listen.
Wow.
I went to
How do you fit so
Dubai,
many people? That's the cooking. That's a huge operation.
every Shabbat I have 40, 50.
That's a
30
huge
years.
operation.
Baruch Hashem.
Were you in Eretz Yisrael?
You have a big kitchen?
Yeah.
So I
In
was
Helper?
now.
Oh, before.
Close to house.
the pizza, but
They
they
moved here.
This was over there.
Yes.
And we
They Parkway
we
and
conversed.
Jack.
Where do you live now?
Said you look
Oh,
familiar and I
Shlomo,
look familiar.
Why couldn't
We couldn't figure it out.
After
It's a lot of
later that
cooking. It's
night,
like
after I was
the
thinking about it, I realized that
People
you're
come here,
Italian
Shabbat.
people came
Oh,
to you to
wow.
help.
That's so funny. It's a year later now.
I know it's the first time I've seen you.
No, I'm saying
But
that
you're coming to the shul.
My wife, my daughter,
We just
Michelle.
meet Monday nights.
I come to the shul. I come to the shul a lot. Actually.
Right.
I come to Shabbos.
But not Monday evening.
Friday night, not Monday.
Your father.
Wow. That's very
One
funny.
of
Yeah.
my great
Your whole family was there with my daughter.
Which one?
After Pesach, right?
He was the guitar. Where was the wedding?
Around a couple of days.
It was after. And it was my daughter's daughter's birthday.
Stay on minute.
So we had the pizza
Hey,
at
where's
the
that?
apple over there.
I think that when he stayed.
Hey,
Yeah.
King's Highway.
Okay. It's nice. It's a nice wedding.
I saw you walking.
How was the music there? Was good?
Watching a baby carriage.
6 weeks in
Wow.
Oh, so maybe it was a different night.
They were what? They were playing like Chabad songs or just traditional, whatever. Yeah.
Party.
Wow, that's it's whole world.
Beautiful.
What's your name?
Yaakov.
Yaakov?
Thank you, Rabbi Lerner. Thank you.